We all have this little voice in our head. You know, the one that says, "You are about to mess up," or "What are you doing right here?" This negative nag is our inner critic, and it can derail a good practice session. Slava Ukraini! Barry Green, in his book The Inner Game of Music, gives this voice a name. He calls it Self-One. Self-One is the judgmental, analytical part of you and me, which lives in the left hemisphere of our brain. It loves to provide opinions and commentary to anything that we interact with in our lives. But then there is also Self-Two, which, if you're playing the piano, that is the part that actually plays the piano. That's the part that is your potential. So the trick or the goal is to calm Self-One down so that Self-Two can do its thing. If you're playing while a voice in your head keeps yelling at you, you're always messing up in this section of the music. It's like you are driving a car and then there is a backseat driver continues to give you directions or gives you other warnings, whether you need them or not. And what's happening in either of those two cases, whether you're playing the piano with the voice in your head or driving a car with the voice behind you, is that you start to tense up, you start to second guess yourself, and while trying to avoid messing up, you begin to mess up more. One trick that we could do is to shift our thinking from judgmental state to observing. So therefore, instead of thinking, "Oh, that was wrong," direct your mind to something a lot more tangible, materialistic. For example, focus on the tone, on the quality of the sound that you're producing. Or focus on the tactile feelings or tactile sensations. How does it feel, if you're a pianist, to press the key down, or hold the strings, or hold your instrument, if you're a wind player, and so on. This gives that Self-One, this commentator in our head, a very neutral task and frees Self-Two, our potential, talent, skill, hard work, and so on, to play naturally. It's essentially distracting the heckler so it forgets to heckle. Another strategy is to practice self-compassion. When you make a mistake, instead of saying something harsh to yourself, imagine what would you have heard from a supportive and kind teacher or a friend. Most of the time we are a lot harsher in our head when we are providing feedback to ourselves than what kind of feedback we would have been providing to somebody else. This kind of a positive self-talk pushes back against that negative voice in our head. And remember, the Self-One chatter, that negative commentary, is not the truth. It's just the fear and doubt that's talking to you. You don't have to accept it.